This week on the Spotlight, we congratulate the Angels, Orioles, Tigers, Royals, and A's in the American League, and Nationals, Dodgers, Cardinals, Pirates, and Giants National League playoff teams. Paul Konerko hangs it up. After 16 great years with the White Sox, we talked to him in depth this week. And the Packers beat the Bears 38-17. Jay Cutler with some bad picks.
Congratulations, Pat. 1,000 shows. I mean, you've been around a long time. I think I've seen most of them.
Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, this is the 25th year of the Lansing Floral Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You should get to the Cove, especially for my trivia game Wednesday, October 8th at 8 p.m. Great people, great game, easy to reach, 1750 East 55th Street at the lake. Go over to the Cove, you'll observe my show, and you should play in it too. You've got to get to Wax On, Wax Off Salon and Spa at 1044 West Taylor Street in Chicago. The phone number 312-226-1473. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. The T-Wax Company has money-making opportunities in the area of real estate. Buy Chicagoland properties. Profit opportunities since 1985. Call my friend Mr. Thomas at 773-456-3057. Want to make money? Call the T-Wax Company. Union Park Bar and Grill, a great place, open at 11 a.m. daily at Jackson and Racine. A huge full bar, tons of screens, great sandwiches and appetizers, great staff. They got a parking lot, daily specials, always fun. I always have a good time at Union Park Bar and Grill. You've got to get to Amelia's Bar and Grill. They're open for lunch and dinner daily at 46th and Halsted. Limode Cerdo, Potrero and Mar, Ceviche al Limon, Salmon al Carbone, a new cocktail menu, margaritas, martinis, sangria, and so much more at Amelia's Bar and Grill, 46th and Halsted. Lisa Davis, Insurance and Tax Services, can help you at 107th and Western, specializing in rollovers, tax recovery, tax resolution, and insurance for your business, auto, home, or life. Call them at 773-873-8977. They'll help you like they helped me. Lisa Davis Services. Welcome to the Paul Konerko edition of the Sports Spotlight. In a way, I kind of wish that he wasn't getting the whole show today, but he's retired, and so he deserves it. So in this show, we'll play huge chunks of the interview that we did with him in the dugout during the White Sox last homestand. And I think we might even save a little bit more for next week. So without any further ado, to the man who is a premier home run hitter and reliable RBI slugger, and we'll be showing you the ranks of his various offensive achievements throughout these interviews the next couple weeks. We'll take it away. Hardly a one-on-one, but Paul Konerko was in great demand, and everybody's fighting to ask him a question for the last go-round. Konerko was asked about his video that he made as a thank you to the fans and everybody that's helped his career. And here he explains
doing something like that. We talked about the newspaper thing. A lot of guys do that. A couple different ideas, and at the moment, nothing really was, stuck out to me. I was like, let's just think about it for a couple days, or just think about it. So that was when I was, I think, back on that homestand when I think Oakland was here. So I had some time to think, just getting treatment back there in the training room, and thought that would be a cool idea to try to. I'm not sure exactly how it came about. It was some of my thoughts, some of Scott Reiford's thoughts, Tad, who filmed it and kind of produced it. But we kind of had it. I don't even know what the original thought was, but it kind of took shape as we started to film it. We kind of knocked it out all in about 2.5 hours. I mean, in the cage, and then we did the one thing with the letter up in one of the conference rooms, and it turned out great. I mean, Tad put that thing together like in 5 days. I mean, that was a couple drafts of it, and I thought it came out well. I mean, I thought it was everything I wanted to kind of get across.
Paul, do you have a range of emotions going into this final weekend?
I guess, I mean, you know, I've never done it before. You know, I don't know what to expect the ultimate feelings to be like, but there's a lot going on. I mean, there's I got a lot of people coming in from out of town. You got the fans that are here. You got your teammates. You got some games you're going to play and want to do well in, you know, because why not? You know, there's a lot of little pieces to this, you know. And I'm just trying to take it as it comes. I'm not trying to get ahead of myself, and you know it's going to come. I mean, a week ago, people talking to me about it. 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, and it just kind of it keeps kind of getting closer and closer, and I'm just kind of blowing in the wind here, just going along with it and just trying to have fun with it, and you know, I have no doubt it's the right time and it's the right thing and all that. That's all cleared away in my head. The actual logistics of getting through this weekend and all that. Yeah, I mean, it definitely. There seems to be a lot between now and Monday, you know. So hopefully I'll get to Monday.
Do you feel like it's going to be like down weeks and months, maybe when you're supposed to go to spring training, when it's really going to hit you?
Yeah, that's what I hear from guys that get out, is that. You know, and that's part of it right now, is that this doesn't really feel much different than the feeling of the day-to-day. It just feels like another season kind of winding down. You could go ask a guy in there that's in his first year in the big leagues. He's kind of tired of baseball right now. You know, he kind of wants to go home too, you know. So everybody's kind of in the same boat with that. So I think you're probably right. I think when January rolls around or December rolls around, it's like, okay, you gotta start getting ready again. No, you don't. Like now, if you go work out, you really have to want it to do it. Like it's really on your own. You know, you're not forced to do it by the job you have. So yeah, it's certainly not picking up a bat in January and having to hit again and all that. But I'm just trying to think about those things, and you know, I've been told, you know, make sure to schedule things. The first year can kind of have that kind of happening, so maybe throw some things in that kind of take the place of, you know, take a trip in March somewhere, take a trip in April, or you know, kind of have some things going on to occupy your mind the first year. Once you get past that, you're fine. So we'll see. I think we'll be all right with it.
I'm sorry. Have you thought about things maybe on your bucket list that you want to do once this is all over, and like vacations, places you want to visit, and if so, what are they?
Yeah, I've never really gone over to. I went to Ireland once, you know, to play golf, but I definitely want to go to Italy. But I have 3 small kids, so you know, the logistics of getting all that in too is just, you know, that has to be figured out. But definitely travel a little bit more, and actually, I shouldn't say travel more, actually do some sightseeing and actually do something in the town you go to other than play baseball. We travel a lot, but we don't kind of do anything when we go there. We just play. You know, take some trips with the kids. Definitely golf. I'll golf a lot. You know, I'm into golf. But other than that, we don't really have. I mean, at this moment, there's nothing planned. You know, by now, almost every guy in the clubhouse, you have your whole off season kind of planned about. Okay, we're going to go to Mexico here because you have to know around the holidays, has to work around the schedule of baseball, getting ready for the next season. That doesn't exist. So.
And we'll have more Paul Konerko right after these important messages. You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Desplaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Cornelio's Mobile Auto Glass. They come to you. You call them at 773-908-6081. Lowest prices, new and used. Open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. They'll do your windshield, back window, or sides. They did a great job for me. They'll do a great job for you, and you'll be amazed at how quickly they come in and finish it up. Cornelio's Mobile Auto Glass. Nuevo Leon, for the best Mexican cuisine since 1962. Serving every day from 7 a.m. to midnight. Conveniently located 1515 West 18th Street, just a block east of Ashland in Chicago. Of course, they have breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and a wide range of menu items. Everything from steak, seafood, to breakfast, to chicken, pork, dine-in, carry-out, tacos, enchiladas, everything you can imagine, and great quality in Nuevo Leon, 1515 West 18th. Lindy's and Gertie's has great food at 110th and Kedzie in Chicago. Burgers, hot dogs, salads, chicken, steak, a kids menu, shakes, floats, and soft serve, as long as the weather holds up. Lindy's and Gertie's. We're back in the spotlight. It's the Paul Konerko episode. And one of the things that impressed me about Konerko in kind of going through his stats and his various achievements was his RBI reliability. Here's a guy who, well, you'll see the rank when we put it up on the screen, but very, very solid and continuously excellent RBI man. Just really strong with men in scoring position. And the go-to guy, certainly, even to a degree when Frank was here, because PK had the bat with Frank on base quite a bit. But certainly after Frank was gone, Paul Konerko was the go-to guy right up until 2013. And he talks a little bit about that responsibility, if you will, and a host of other things in this super wide-ranging finale interview here in the White Sox dugout. Konerko was asked, "You'll have all this free time. What are you going to do when you're not playing baseball and you have all this free time?"
Definitely travel a little bit more and actually, I shouldn't say travel more, actually do some sightseeing and actually do something in the town you go to other than play baseball. We travel a lot, but we don't kind of do anything when we go there. We just play. Take some trips with the kids. Definitely golf. I'll golf a lot. I'm into golf. But other than that, we don't really have, at this moment, there's nothing planned. By now, almost every guy in the clubhouse, you have your whole off-season kind of planned about, okay, we're going to go to Mexico here, because you have to know around the holidays, it has to work around the schedule of baseball and getting ready for the next season. That doesn't exist. So I think our thing here is just get home next week sometime, back to Arizona, and then we'll begin the scheduling of what we want to do and all that. So that we've tried to keep everything on the back burner all year until this is over.
Well, a lot of guys leave as players and they maybe transition to some other baseball job. And I know for a while you basically said that's not going to be you. You'd almost just as soon be completely out of the public eye for however long. Are you still comfortable with that thinking as you leave as a player now?
Yeah, exactly. I've put everything I've had into the game for 20 years professionally, and probably the 4 or 5 before that. You're grinding your high school athletics and all that. It's competitive, and there's not any time for breaks. So it's been a long time of no break, So I've gotten everything out of it that I wanted to get out of it, and I love the game. It's great, but everything else that kind of goes with it, I don't need as a human being. I don't need people to, know who I am, to see me somewhere, to know that that's so-and-so. That's just not me. So I'll get away from the game. I don't know how long, but it will be a pretty good amount of time. And if something calls me back to it and I feel like I'm passionate about coming back to do something within the game, you can be sure that it has everything to do with what I'm doing, that I'm going to do. It's going to have nothing to do that's connected with what this all is, So, it'll probably be later than sooner, because I just feel like that's the healthy thing to do. And, all that aside, again, going back to my kids and all that, I mean, if a couple years from now I felt like I wanted to get back in the game, it's probably not the right answer for my family and my kids. There's just no way to get around that. I mean, they've been, without my time a lot, and me being around for a long time, there's just nothing, there's no way I could prove that would be the right thing to do a couple years from now. So I just can't see that happening anytime soon.
The World Series is the pinnacle,
Do
but
you think your children understand what's going on? Are they excited about it? Do they realize it?
I think my older boy does, more so. And again, I said a week ago or so that, the baseball side, you get it more and you understand it, and, it's not fun playing the game when your body hurts. It's not, there's nothing left for me, like there's the game of baseball has nothing left for me as a player. Cool, it's great. Now the city and being here and the experience of all that, like my kids are into that, it's fun. So that's always a tough thing. My kid the other day said that he is going to allow me to be out for a year. Then I have to get back in. But the reasons are that he's great friends with the kid who lives next door to us, and he loves the chicken fingers at the ballpark. So that's what I'm working with. So they understand that he understands coming in. He's not really happy about it, but I don't think they understand what they're going to get out of the deal, and that's me being around, being able to do stuff with them that I haven't been. I think, they'll be fine, and we'll move on and do other things, and I think they don't understand what's coming because I'm not playing. They only look at what they're not getting.
Well, will this be an emotional weekend for you, or will this be a weekend of excitement because you're looking ahead to the future and spending more time with the family?
Yeah, it's it'll be emotional. I mean, there's a lot of people that you connect with, and there's so many behind the scenes people that you keep those relationships after you're gone. Like those don't end. The playing ends, but and you're going to see them. I mean, if I want anybody here, I could go see in Glendale next February, March if I wanted to, if I felt like that was the right thing to do. So you're going to have those things, but I think it's just the connection of playing the game in front of your fans and that whole thing. I mean, that's what you just become. You don't know anything different, and this is what you do, and then you just it's just you have that there's that connection. It's tough to put it into words, but that's kind of coming to an end. Part of it, the playing part and all that. But I hope that what I've done here and what I've tried to do by staying here the whole time is that hopefully that can go on, and then there's moments down the road where they don't forget about you, and I certainly obviously won't forget about them.
and we will have more Paul Konerko coming up right after this.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. Huck Finn is open.
Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous Grade of Cloth. Call 708-388-3700.
And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget the Illinois Lottery too.
That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski.
You should get to the Dirty Sock on alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. when I do my trivia game. They have great food, great drink, great people at 93rd and Roberts Road. It's a fun place. I've been going there for years. So start coming out on Thursday nights at least. I'll see you at 8 o'clock. We'll have fun. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You should get to Amelia's Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner daily. Lomo de cerdo, porchero en mar, ceviche al limon, salmon al carbone. New cocktail menu, margaritas, martinis, sangria, 46th and Halsted. I just had lunch there. You can have dinner there soon. Amelia's Bar and Grill. We're back on the spotlight. We're talking Paul Konerko. And I can say without any reservation that I have never covered one player on one Chicago team longer than I've covered Paul Konerko. From the time he came here in 1999, continuously through 2014, every year of White Sox. I mean, and I'm talking some pretty great players during that span. Michael Jordan played, but had some time off during his retirement years. So he certainly didn't play 16 here. Even Ozzie Guillen, who had a very long White Sox career, didn't match Paul Konerko in games played. And, you know, any number of other Chicago icons like Scottie Pippen. Trying to think of maybe somebody from the Chicago Bears who may have come close. And no one did. So, yeah, he's really in a unique category, generally speaking, and for me. So let's take it away with one of the Iron Men, who, and I think we'll work out the percentage of games played for him, and you'll find it to be very high.
And you know you're going to see him. I mean, if I want anybody here, I could go see in Glendale next February, March if I wanted to, if I felt like that was the right thing to do. So you know you're going to have those things, but I think it's just the connection of, you know, playing the game in front of your fans and that whole thing. I mean, that's what, you know, you just become, you don't know anything different, and this is what you do, and you just, it's just, you know, you have that there's that connection. It's tough to put it into words, but, you know, that's kind of coming to an end. Part of it, you know, the playing part and all that. But I mean, I hope that, you know, what I've done here and what I've tried to do by staying here the whole time is that hopefully that can go on, you know, and then there's moments down the road where they don't forget about you. And I certainly obviously won't forget about them. But I don't know if there's a way around it that I wouldn't be emotional, I guess. But I come back to the black and white of it, is that it's just the right thing to do. Like, it's if you were told me when I was 15 years old, 12 years old, you're going to play in the big leagues for as long as I did, up to 38 years old, but then you got to retire, I'd say that's a great deal, man. I'll take it.
The World Series was your pinnacle, but is there an individual achievement that you look at and you find yourself particularly proud of?
I mean, other than just the choices of when I could have left here to go sign some other places, I'm proud of the fact that I stayed, you know, after 05 and after 2010, when I had chances to go to other places that might have actually been a better, not fit for me, but it would have been easier for me with family and all that kind of stuff. I'm proud that I stayed for that. I'm proud of probably the games played. You know, I played a lot of games, and I felt like for the majority of my career here, I was available. You know, like there was a little weekend here or a day there, only on the DL a couple times. I'm definitely proud of that because, you know, as a player at the end, I mean, the stats and the home runs, RBI, I mean, you always can find somebody with more than you or better than you, or but you just want to know that you pretty much towed the line every day and you were ready and you were available for your manager and your teammates, that you were there and you're for the fight, you know. And I think for the most part I was. The last couple of years, not as much, but that's part of the end thing. You know, that's how you get there. If you could just go out and play 150 games every year, we wouldn't be sitting here right now.
Does it feel like you're leaving?
And we will have one more installment of Paul Konerko in just a couple of minutes.
I eat the pasta twice just...
Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria at Grand and Racine is the place to go before United Center Pavilion, Bulls, Hawks, Cubs, and Sox too. Dine in or carry out with great family recipes, including homemade pastas, steaks, seafood, a great fun bar area. Meet people, have a tremendous time. At Salerno's Restaurant and Pizzeria, Grand and Racine, you'll find a great variety of foods for you to enjoy at Salerno's.
Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place. We're back on the spotlight, and Konerko was asked, is it better to leave this year than last year? Is the team in a better position?
Yeah, I mean, it's way better than, I don't know what the record is right now or what it was last year, but whatever it is, it's much better than what it is. It feels like there's a lot more of a foundation now and a direction of what they're doing, and it's going to happen. I mean, you got smart people running the team on and off the field. Things go in cycles. Some of these other teams that are doing good, their cycle will end of doing good, and there'll be a turn there at some point. It's just a natural thing, and hopefully the White Sox are sitting there waiting and grab onto that when they get their opening. And but you can see it. You can see the positions being a little bit short, set, and there's more to do, I'm sure. And they're going to go out and do some things. It's kind of a work in progress, but yeah, last year it was, even with some of the good players, the whole thing felt like it was kind of in disarray, And now you can definitely see like a vision and an idea of what it'll happen if the players want it and they work, and it'll happen.
Paul, you've always spoken very eloquently about this city of Chicago. What's it like to have been part of the sports landscape here for the last 16 years and to be an adopted Chicagoan?
Just lucky. I mean, a lot of guys have great careers in other sports, baseball. But to have a long career in this town is different than having it in some other towns. I'm not going to compare other cities and all that, but there's no doubt that you get more out of it here. You have a lot more fun with it. I think the people here are knowledgeable. I think they know their sports, and they know when they...
And we'll have more of Paul Konerko next week. This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop.
Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero.
Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound, saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing, 708-396-1010.